Buenas noches, profesor.
Hola, hola a todos.
Hi, teacher.
Bien.
Good
Hola,
night.
hola, profesor, buenas noches.
Hola, Nel, hola, Arturo. Hola a todos. Vamos a comenzar. Ya empezó a grabar Alexa. Muy bien. Les había encargado algo la clase pasada, ¿se acuerdan qué era?
Sí, un
Diana,
tema,
recuérdales. Ajá.
un tema para debatir, profesor.
No, no era precisamente eso. ¿Quién se acuerda?
Yo era como, disculpe, lo que pasa es que acabo de entrar. Era de nosotros decir una opinión impopular en inglés sin abarcar tanto.
Exactamente. Quiero que me den una opinión suya que no sea muy popular y que pueda dar pie a un debate o a una conversación. Dime, Claudia. Está cerrado tu micrófono, Claudia.
Hi. In Mexico, they show the entry of Muslims because they bought bombs in the United States.
They banned the entrance of Muslims in Mexico.
Yes,
Ok, a ver, acá no te estoy entendiendo. ¿Estás diciendo que en México prohíben la entrada de musulmanes?
deberían.
¿Por qué votan por quién?
No. En español sería, en México deberían de prohibir la entrada a los musulmanes porque ponen bombas en Estados Unidos.
Okay, so it's quite interesting that because I don't think that well, I don't think that Mexico has that many immigrants that are Muslims, but what do you think? I'm going to give you one point here, and this is an idea that came from Donald Trump. He says not every Muslim is a terrorist, but every terrorist is a Muslim. I think that's a dangerous idea, and I think the guy is an idiot, but that's my personal opinion. We can start with that. What do you think about this opinion?
Ah, yo entendí la tarea de otra forma. Me pasaron por ahí el chisme de que tenía que hacer una pregunta que no fuera popular. Y yo había pensado en algo así como, I always supported the Soviet vision of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and it's not very popular among the common people, because who only listen news approved by the United States.
That's another opinion that this question can be formulated as an opinion, and we can go with that question. But let's start with puede ser así, Diana, no hay problema, nada más hay que replantearla. Pero what do you think about this opinion about that Mexico should ban Muslims because they are terrorists in the US?
Sorry, but I don't care what happened in USA. I only see for Mexican interest. I love Muslim people. Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah.
Okay, someone else listening. Okay, so I will start asking. Catherine, what do you think?
Well, I think it's very racist to say that because not a person is not defined by his religion, his culture, his his country. So not everybody is a bad person just because born in some place. So I think if you prove aduanas, I don't know how to say that in English. If you are a good person, don't have any trouble, and you are willing to do a trip for pleasure or work or whatever, you should have the opportunity to do it, no matter how where you're from or how people see you. They have the right to um, do whatever they want and not be judged just because they born in some place that are very, ¿cómo se dice? Estigmatizado.
Stigmatized.
It's a place that's very stigmatized, and they maybe are really great persons.
But we are not discussing if Muslims are good persons or not. The opinion is they should be banned from entering Mexico so they cannot go to the US. We don't know all the immigrants. How can you define if they are good or not? There is actually no immigration test that can prove that you are good or bad. And we know because a
Yes.
lot of bad people is crossing borders all around the world. We
Yeah,
can
that's true.
have passports and visas and whatever, but it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, but I don't think, I mean, that religion is kind of strict and weird, right? About, I'm not very informed about the way the culture they have. Um, but I don't think that all of the people have the committed of bring a bomb and kill everybody. I mean, I think it's a very select group of people, and it's very hard for me just being a judge and say everybody is banished. Now nobody has opportunity to do it because I think it's a good people no matter where you're from.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Daniel,
And in this question, I think that so is any discrimination. Uh, I think that not all the people are bad. There is people good, also there is people bad, but in, not all.
acuérdate, Daniel, que el adjetivo va antes del sustantivo. Entonces, good people, bad people. ¿Ok? Muy bien, sí, estoy de acuerdo con eso. ¿Alguien más? There's always gonna be discrimination in the world. That's thinking otherwise is a topic. ¿Alguien más? Pasamos a la siguiente opinión. Ok, Leonardo, ¿puedes repetir la tuya?
Yeah, I say, ¿de qué hablábamos? I think all the Muslim in Mexico are good people. I
No, no,
know.
no, no, no. Your
No?
opinion. Not on this topic. The opinion that you had on
Okay.
the question. Actually, you said it was a question.
I I always support the Soviet version of the vision of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and that is not very popular among the common people who only listen the news approved by the United States.
When you talk about Soviet vision, we are going back to the even the 90s.
Yeah,
I don't know if that would be
the
like
Cold
the
War
cold.
vision. Cold?
Yes, the Cold War vision. Okay, what do you think? Okay, so I will start asking. Ivan, what do you think?
Well, personally, I don't know much about the topic. I've learned yesterday a brief history of like Russia itself and why was the Soviet Union. Long story short, I think he like Putin shouldn't be going around thinking that it's like the 80s again and having this mentality of oh I'm gonna like invade this because if you look at me bad, then I'm gonna go ahead and like kill you. I mean, come on, man. I mean, try to behave. It's like that's what I believe. But again, that's my opinion, and I don't know. That's what I think.
That would be great. Someone approaching Putin and saying, "Try to behave." That would be quite a vision. Yeah, but I think that Putin restored Russia to some part after years of Cold War and Russia in a very bad state. But I think things have overcome both countries' positions, and now
Hmm.
It's a conflict where only people is suffering and they're never going to get to an agreement.
Exactly. That's why it's so hard to not have conflicts. Because conflicts, especially war conflicts, are developed because of a disagreement.
And probably because some guys behind desks are having problems with each other, but in the end, is young people, the
Right.
one who are dying. Very good.
How we say préstamo de
Loan,
territorio?
loan.
Okay, I think the Crimean Peninsula was loaned from Stalin to the Ukraine state, and the most powerful Russian base is in the sea is built there, the great base of Sevastopol. I think that's a very important topic in this war.
But I think before that is the idea of NATO placing a military base in the Russian border, and they are never going to allow that. So difficult. A ver, les digo esto en español. La idea de esto es que ustedes hablen, ¿sí? Porque puedo preguntarles uno por uno, pero necesito que den sus opiniones. Entonces, es más fácil si son voluntarios a que yo los escoja. ¿Alguien más? Fernanda.
¿De qué tema es, perdonando toda ida? ¿Habían dicho de los musulmanes?
Eso ya pasó. Leonardo, repítele tu idea, Fernanda.
Apagó el micrófono.
Okay, I believe in the Soviet vision of the Russian invasion to Ukraine. What do you think about it?
¿De Rusia quién?
Ukraine.
Ukraine, the Russian invasion in Ukraine.
Realmente, bueno, reality no es associated with the idea on topic. No, I don't know idea realmente de eso. No estoy asociada.
Ok. ¿Quién más? Catherine.
Well, I myself as Ivan also I don't have a lot of information, and maybe I think that's because here in America we don't have the true information that Russian and population in Russia have, right? Just we have the news from United States, and it's very how can I say produced or made up for them, working for them, right?
Made up.
So yes, and right, I would like to think that not everything is like they say in Russia. Um, that not everybody is dying of hungry and that he's a dictator that hate everybody and is damaged Russia. That's like the image that United States is sending. But about the conflict is complicated because they use a small part of the population to bring the interest of different things like more political, like the gas and have the power from different territory and the excuses. I have some Russians in that area, so we need to have control there because they belong to us. And with that excuse, they do whatever they want, and they right now have a huge crisis all over the world because they don't if that was the real problem, it was very easy to solve. But that's not the main reason of that war. So that's why it's still happening, and there's a lot of people who's dying, very innocent about this topic. And it's very hard to have an opinion when you only have one version of the story.
That's true, but it's actually only one version. We can access only one version. I think that with the worldwide communication, it's pretty easy to get
The,
to
the
have
thing
access to a lot
is,
of.
I saw a video a long time ago in YouTube that all the information we have from Russia is vanished and is modified. And I used to do yoga with a Russian who lives in Chile, and she speak about it very lightly because she just do yoga. But she speak about she's very sad because their country banished everything she want to say about her country, her family, and her friends because she's no longer in Russia. So it's hard to understand and see. Well, I'm gonna find it, but what I'm gonna find is really the truth. That's the main reason that I say that I'm not sure he's really true what is in the website because I believe that at least YouTube and that social media and those platforms are really ruled by United States, not by Russia. Or at least the image and the information we have, the access we have.
Yes, that's true. That's also true. But I'm going to move the topic a little bit. Leonardo mentioned the Soviet vision on the invasion. That's very interesting because the Soviet vision is not, well, it's supposed not to be alive anymore. What's the Soviet vision, Leonardo?
The Soviet vision is when the CCCP exists. It's not Russia. No, um, is a big country formed by so many countries. It's not Russia. It's CCCP. How say I CCCP in English?
Well, actually, you're saying the letters in Russian. That would be the URRS or
URR.
USSR. Yes, but I'm talking about what is the Soviet
The
vision.
Soviet vision is about the Karl Marx vision, actually, the vision of Lenin, the vision of Stalin from this side of the world of the point. But now the Russian TV channel that support that vision of the other side of the Iron Curtain, are banned in this side of the world, like YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all the media uh, canceled and banned the Soviet, um, ¿cómo diría pensamiento soviético? Que han baneado el pensamiento soviético.
Soviet way of thinking,
The Soviet way point of view,
of thinking. Oh, yes, you could go better with Soviet point of view.
because I think in the great Russia of
I'm going to ask you a question, and if you don't understand what I'm saying, please let me know. You have three candidates. You are going to vote for one. Okay? The
yes,
first one is an alcoholic. He beats his wife. The second one is a guy who, when was a kid, was involved in a murder, and he got away with that. And the third one is a vegetarian. He respects animals, even he created some laws to protect them. He thinks of women as equal as men. And I'm going to stop there. Who would you vote for?
actually I vote for the second one because he have a strong vision of the world and they do whatever they need to do, and the because the third person is very good people and they don't do they I sure they don't do what is actually need to do.
But actually, you are saying that the second guy was involved in a murder for a right reason. No, he killed a man because he could. That's it. He's not a good person because of that. Who would you vote for?
The second one,
Okay, second one. Rest
The
of you.
third one,
Third one. Okay, who else? Who else? Ivan, who would you vote for?
I don't know, man. I mean, personally, I think the third one, but I get where you're coming from. You can go ahead. I think I know where this is
Yeah,
going.
yeah, you know it. Yes, if you voted for the third person, you have just voted for Hitler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we don't know all the facts. You have just discarded Theodore Roosevelt and Abraham Lincoln, that are two of the greatest U.S. presidents, at least for them, in the United States history. But you have just voted for Hitler. If we don't know all the facts, we are going to make bad decisions. And this is why I ask you ask you to do this thing about unpopular opinion. We'll see. We're coming around. Yes, Ruth.
Uh, Thank you, Prof. I think that the only thing that causes the war is violencia, ¿cómo se dice? Violence.
Violence.
Many deeds, and that people emigrate to other countries. And is very, 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 very triste, como es sad.
Sad. Mhm.
Uh, this is my opinion.
Ok, muy bien. Les voy a hacer esta pregunta en español para que igual la contesten en inglés. ¿Alguno de ustedes ha tenido parientes o tiene parientes que hayan tenido que emigrar de su país de origen, obviamente?
Yes, I emigrated from Spain to Mexico, and my grandfather emigrated because no for the action in the Civil War, the Spanish Civil War. They come to Mexico because the franquistas, because the franquistas
Yes.
persecute them.
Ok, very good. Jesús.
Yeah, I have family in the United States. I have a couple of uncles in California and another one in Nevada. They born in Sonora, but they immigrate to the United States.
And if you don't mind me asking, why did they immigrate? Immigrate.
They want to go to the United States for better opportunities of work. They go into the United States when they have maybe like 20 years old.
Okay, yeah, we can say that they immigrate because of economic reasons, right? Roger, yes.
Hola, ¿cómo están a todos? I living in Florida. I'm from Honduras. I immigrate here, Florida, for one better opportunity for job. I work in one resort, yeah, here in Florida.
Okay,
Thank
very
you.
good. So we have 2 out of 3 that had no violent reasons for choosing immigration. My grandfather came from Spain too because he was fleeing from the Civil War. He was 13 at the time and he was going to be enlisted in the army. And my great grandmother said, "The hell you are! You're going to Mexico with your uncle." But the rest of the cases are not because of violence. So, what the Root's opinion that war is or causes violence and this violence causes migration, would you say that it's always the case? Jesús, no sé si se quedó levantado o lo volviste a levantar. Ok,
Se quedó levantado, disculpen.
¿qué opinan de esto?
Well, I think violence is gonna happen anywhere, and people are gonna like migrate to other countries looking for a better life. I would personally believe that it's because we tend to see the grass greener on the other side all the time. So there's a beautiful movie that talks about this. Recently, was nominated to the Triangle of Sadness. There is this Russian capitalist and an American communist. They're you can see what I'm trying to say. Everyone defends the point of view that best suits them, and it's inherently good because like you're going to support your ideas if they're giving you something good in return. Maybe, I don't know, I would believe that might not be the case, but most of the time we tend to just defend the argument that we have because we think that's valuable until something else prove it wrong or something like that. But at least that's what I believe. I mean, I can be proven wrong.
One thing that could be added to what you were saying is that sometimes people, even when they are proven wrong, they stick to their opinions and they say no, this
Yeah.
cannot. And we tend to be stubborn in our opinions. Okay, ¿alguna otra opinión? Yes, Claudia.
I have a family that come uh, to in the Mexico of Barbados.
And why they immigrated?
Migrantes.
¿Por qué?
Why? No, pues específicamente no. I don't know. It's very years, muchos años atrás.
A lot of years.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Very good. Jesus.
Yeah, I just want to give one of my points of view because I live in Tijuana, and if you know, in Tijuana we have the most important border crossing in the world, the frontier with more crossings in the world, and we have a lot of problems right now about the migration because some countries with problems of violence or economic problems like Haiti, like Venezuela, like Honduras. We have a lot of immigration right now here in Tijuana. A couple of years ago, we received like thousand and thousand of people come from Haiti. Before that, in the frontier with Guatemala, we have a crossing with a lot of people from Honduras, Salvador, um, from Guatemala, from another countries in the Latin American. And right now we have a little problem because in the United States they try to find like a treat with Mexico, and they deport people to Tijuana from Venezuela. And we have a lot of problems with immigration right now in Tijuana.
Yes, I've heard the news about it, and it's bad because a lot of people are coming to Tijuana to wait for that opportunity, and it's not getting any better, and more people are getting there. Okay, Peter, yes, creo que está cerrado tu micrófono. Mm, no, no, no te escuchas. Ya, ya,
Hi. Now,
ya. Ya.
I born in Mexico, and only all all on family is to Mexico too.
Okay, very good. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to give you. Bueno, se los digo en español. Alexa, sepáralos en grupos de 4, por favor. Una de las noticias más importantes que sucedió hoy, bueno, no precisamente hoy, pero es que encarcelaron, o detuvieron más bien, al expresidente de Estados Unidos, Donald Trump. quiero que Alexa, sepáralos en grupos de 4 y voy a suponer que la mayoría no está tan informado al respecto.
Profe, pero no lo detuvieron, o sea, lo llamaron a rendir versión y él salió absuelto de tantos
Sí.
cargos.
Ahora, la idea, exactamente, bueno, ya me hiciste spoiler de lo que quería que hicieran, precisamente porque la noticia que se difundió fue eso, que lo arrestaron, pero realmente no. Lo mandaron a llamar, pero pues ya. Ahora,
I love watching TV, the news.
Y de hecho es una excelente forma de oír muchas palabras nuevas. Más que series y películas, yo creo que las noticias son muy útiles. Entonces, lo que quiero que hagan es que en ese grupo, en esa sesión separada en la que van a estar, quiero que discutan sobre esto, si están de acuerdo o no de que se haya intentado detenerlo y las razones por las que lo hicieron. Obviamente van a tener que hacer una investigación rápida al respecto, pueden buscar en cualquier sitio de noticias, ¿sí? Y pueden hacer una lista, no sé, unas 5 razones por las que estarían a favor o en contra. ¿Sí? ¿Está claro?
Dice, profe,
¿Sí?
¿y las justificaciones serían en español nomás?
No.
En inglés.
Sí. Aunque sean ideas sencillas, ya saben, pero sí quiero que lo... Por eso también quiero que lo hagan en equipo. ¿Va?
Let's go. It's time.
Adelante, Alexa, por favor. Grupos de 4, 10 minutos. 12 para que les dé tiempo, porque luego dicen que sí, pero están corriendo. Está por acá.
I'm waiting for the solicitation.
Ya te debe haber llegado también. Alexa, ¿se la puedes volver a mandar, por favor? Ahorita debe llegar, pero...
Thanks.
Profe, en mi grupo no están participando, por eso me regresé.
Alexa, ¿puedes mandar a Felipe a otra sesión, por favor?
Hola, profe, ¿están en sesiones separadas?
Sí, Margarita.
Perdón, es que no. En primera no sabía si iba a haber clases hoy. Y en segunda estoy en. Mi teléfono está en el cambio de horario, entonces en mi teléfono son las 8:40 y yo dije, chin, ya me perdí la clase. Y después caí en cuenta que no, que son 7:40 y bueno.
Sí, de hecho, sí, el jueves también va a haber clases en normal. O sea, no te preocupes ahorita lo que
¿El jueves
están
también?
haciendo ya para... Sí,
O sea que no hay
bueno, eso es lo que
vacaciones.
nos dijo. Así es.
Qué triste. Ok, perfecto, gracias. ¿A usted no le afectó el cambio de horario?
La verdad es que, pues, como no se cambió aquí, ni mi teléfono se cambió, no tuve problema. Pero sí vi que varios andaban un poco desorientados.
Pues acá donde estoy tampoco se cambió, pero mi teléfono sí se cambió.
Es lo que vi, que
El día
algunos
que se,
dispositivos sí.
el día que se cambió, yo creo que dormí 1 hora menos porque mi alarma sonó y dije yo, ¿cómo puede ser posible? Ya. En todos los demás lugares estaba otro horario y yo adelantada totalmente.
Así pasó con varios. Pero bueno, ¿en dónde estás?
Ahorita,
Sí, o sea, ¿en qué parte de México, pues?
ahorita estoy en un transporte con Querétaro.
Ah, ya.
Normalmente estoy en la Ciudad de México, pero
Ujú.
estoy de vacaciones, entonces vine a visitar a algunos familiares por acá.
Ya, ya, está bien.
Pero en sí soy de Hidalgo,
Ah, ya. Bueno, por uno sí te mueves por la misma zona, ¿no?
sí.
Está bien. Bien. ¿Quién quiere empezar? Leonardo.
Okay, in my team, we believe that Donald Trump is a victim of circumstances, and that more than an evil being, he's sick. Is another person infected by this current society, but unlike X sick, ¿cómo diríamos un enfermo X?
Sick person.
Okay, an X sick. He had the money and the power, but he never had real love because Melania Trump tortured this poor man. We think that all money and power create a monster, but that's why Batman I will take in Arkham and not to the jail. He's a victim of the circumstances. We believe that.
Okay. Ruth.
It seems to us that it is a political strategy of the opponents, and we not agree.
Okay, a political strategy of the opposition. Muy bien. Iván.
Yeah, well, we agree with you, Ordonez. We believe that, well, the team is divided by two. Uh, three believe that it's actually fake and it's just pushing people, their attention towards what's happening now. So there's a diversion of what they are focusing on and not paying attention to what's happening within the country as of now with the current party elected. Those three guys are thinking that, and me personally, I think that it might be a montage, although if it's real, then why not prosecute Bill Clinton, Obama? Why not? Because I mean, every president do bad things. We are grown-ups. We know that not every president is like white, completely doing beautiful things. On the back, they're probably doing horrific things. So I think they should prosecute like other guys instead too.
Yeah, Mexican presidents are. We would never finish putting those
Exactly.
guys on trial. Very good. Thank you, Daniel.
And in my opinion, he had many good things, but also bad skill. Trump was the president very bad. Is agree to agree.
Very good. Thank you, Felipe. Felipe, no te escucho.
But sorry. This political trial began tonight decision one time January Trump, the only president in the history of the United States to behave contraband Times, que compraba que automáticamente se lavaba las manos comprando detectives o haciendo compras de, por ejemplo, ¿cómo se dice? De detectives que los defiendan con ese tipo de casos.
He was bribing. Estaba sobornando. Bueno, esos detectives, pero puede ser investigators en general. Muy bien. Catherine.
Yes, in my group, we agree that he is a great, great, great economist and a machine money maker, right? He's really good at business, but his social skills are zero. And as president, he make very bad and good decision. We only agree with we expect he has a fair trial, and if those charges are true, he deserve justice. But it's I think part of or most of the charge are made up for ¿cómo se dice? Embarriar la cancha o término parecido.
¿De cuál? ¿Qué palabra? Perdón.
Como embarriarle la cancha para las elecciones.
No conozco esta expresión. Ahorita te doy alguna.
Well, the thing is, I think they are making him look bad for people think he's a really, really bad person. And when he tried to reach again the president, people don't vote for him. So I think part of these accusations have that purpose, like it's send a bad message to the people who vote for him the first time, or they don't do it again.
Yes, that's going to be interesting. What's going to happen in the next elections? ¿Alguien más? ¿Algún equipo más? Moisés, adelante.
Thank you, my teacher. Good evening. This is my first time in this class. I would ask you that publishing the link in the classroom because no has been easy to get in this class.
Ok, no te preocupes. Muy bien.
Thank you.
¿Alguien más? Jesús, yes.
Yeah, I'm in the team with Ivan, and I agree with all my partners. But I just want to ask. I think right now that Donald Trump is on a space goat because they want to do. I think they want to do the people see another things that they do it another. I don't know how to say it in English exactly, but they want to just put the Donald Trump like a space goat. That's my point of view.
Scapegoat. Un chivo expiatorio. Sí, porque dijiste space, un chivo espacial.
Bueno, es que estaba
Sí, sí,
fumando.
Yes, I agree with that. I'm not a fan, a Donald Trump's fan, not at all. But like Catherine said, he made some good decisions, but he is not. His social skills are zero. He is not a comfortable person to be with. He has very strong opinions, but not necessarily reflect the truth. Very, very interesting. Claudia, yes.
Yes, I think strategy for strategy
Politic strategy. Very good. He is one of the few U.S. presidents, if not the only one, who during his presidency has the country was not involved in an open conflict, in an open war. He's the only one in a long time. That's something that should be taken into account. Miguel Angel, yes. A ver, mientras, María, en lo que Miguel Ángel resuelve el problema de su micrófono.
Hi a todos. Hola a todos. I think Tam Hussein is in charge. Y bueno,
A ver, creo que se cerró tu micrófono.
Apagar tu micrófono, sí, cabrón.
ok, perdón. Hi a todos. I think Tam Hussein is in charge in the justicia, pues, is bueno, yo opino que la justicia se encargue y pues que salga como tenga que salir.
Hurry, hurry, she is my classmate. Let's go.
Perdón, no sé hablar nada.
No, muy bien. La expresión por lo que quieres decir es justice should be served. La justicia debería ser servida. O debería ejecutarse. Muy bien. Ahora sí, Miguel Ángel. Ya, adelante, Miguel Ángel.
Strategy where his opponents attack him, but nothing is proven. It would be like a set sweet where head wins.
Muy bien. Ok. Bien. ¿Alguien más? Varios que no hablaron. Juan, yes.
Yes, my opinion about the President Donald uh, was about avoid issues. Um,
Ok. Muy bien.
Perdón, tengo problemas de señal. Perdón.
¿Cómo? Que no sé si era solo yo, pero todavía un poco cortado. Bien. Ana Gabriela, yes.
Hello, this is also my first class here with you all guys. So nice to meet you. We were discussing with my team. We didn't know anything about the topic, but we were searching in the internet and we just saw some information that says, for example, what would happen after Donald Trump gets arrested. Also, if there will be a mugshot of Trump. And we were discussing about that last question. Some of them think that it wouldn't be a mugshot of Trump because the reason why they make mugshots is for them to recognize the people that is being arrested. So in this case, being Trump, which is a person who is very, ¿cómo diría? Como reconocida.
Recognized.
Recognized for a lot of people, it wouldn't be a mugshot. that was what we were discussing. So just to let you know what we were talking about.
Very good. Excellent. Hoy sí participaron más, aunque me faltaron algunos de hablar, pero creo que ya se van soltando. De los que son nuevos, ¿tienen alguna pregunta? ¿Todo bien? ¿Todo claro?
No muy claro, porque soy principiante.
Sí, no te preocupes.
I know this English teacher. Hello, class. Donald Trump is accused of forensic crimes for diverting economic resources. Que Donald Trump es acusado por delitos indebidos y desvío de recursos económicos.
Tiene 34 cargos. Entonces va a estar interesante esto en los próximos días.
34. Yes, teacher.
Sí, aunque ya veremos.
Thank you.
Muy bien.
He's a poor victim.
Lo dudo, pero... Muy bien. Vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Porque son vacaciones, ya saben. Bueno, pues no tenemos vacaciones. Nos vemos el jueves a la misma hora. Y tengan excelente noche. Cuídense mucho. Bye.
Gracias,
Thank
igual,
you.
maestro.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, teacher. See you later.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Thank you.
See you.